Hi, I'm Tom Migot from Tom Migot Photography, and I'm a total warrior. This video is no part of the mission and will self-destruct at its end. The whole story began on a Friday at 2000 when Martin, director of My Bib Number Limited, calls me. It's a company specialized in covering sport events across the country, and Martin is desperate. He needs a photographer for the very next morning. My mission, should I accept it, is to shoot 2,000 racers that take part of the Total Warrior event near North Berwick, about 15 minutes drive from where I am. The race is to start at 1000. The thing is, gotta shoot JPEG, small files, 2.5 megabyte, and I need to hand over the card at the end of the day. There's no development, and therefore no room for mistake. It's not a job for the newbie. My weapon of choice? Canon 5D Mark III. Battery grip, 2 batteries, 70 to 200, 2.8 IS USM L Mark II lens. A monopod that I will never use. CF and SD card. Replication mode. Because the climate is going to be tough, it's going to rain pretty much all day. Waterproof trousers, waterproof shoes, waterproof jacket, and just to be safe, waterproof underwear. There's a conflict. I am to meet Joe Cornish the very same day, the very same morning at 09:30. We had already arranged the hotel for the meet, right next to the 4th Rail Bridge. So I called Joe, and Joe understands and agreed to reconvene next week when he drives back through Edinburgh again. So I call Martin and I accept the mission. The next day I show up at 08:30 to avoid the traffic congestion and also to scout the ground and find my vantage point. It's about 10k from the starting blocks, and the location code is log obstacle. Why? Because that's where the racer picks a log, climb over a wall, run up a slope, just so he can run back down with it. Find my vantage point, my viewpoint, my distance. I secure my weapon, get all ready. How do I set it up? Well, I start with ISO 800 and then I switch it up to 1250. Aperture priority mode and shoot at 2.8. I make sure that I don't include the sky in the frame, so my exposure is pretty constant. I'm ready with dry cloth because it's raining, it's pouring, mate. It really is. It was close, it was personal, and it was physical. The first racer reached me about 10:30. I'm ready for him, and I shot him. Oh, I shot him hard and tough. And he smiled and he loved it. As you can hear from my voice, well, I cried my lungs out. For the first one, the second, and the 2,000 that were behind him. The last racer to reach me, she was a dirty girl, muddy. She loved playing with the mud. She was beautiful. She was smiling. She kept on smiling. I was shooting at her and she smiled and she smiled. She loved it. To a point I said, no more, no more. I can't cope with it. And that was about 15:30. Then picked up my weapons, walked all the way back to the finish line, captured a few more racers that I had to climb a 12-foot wall with a tiny rope just to give them some hope. And then they passed the finishing line and that was it for me. I hand over the card and I went back home. It was physical because this is no toy, mate. That's 15-pound gear. I couldn't use a tripod. I couldn't use a monopod. I stood up all day in rain, in pouring rain, and holding this with my bare arms. And as you can see, well, I'm no Schwarzenegger. It was tough. Today I feel it. I feel my shoulders. As you can hear, I feel my throat as well. Because I had to encourage them. I had to. I had to get some good reaction from them. I don't take no simple shot. No way. I had to take one unique shot. I had to get that reaction from him and from her. Had to show me some pain. Had to show me some love. You want to see the result? Well, I'll show you the result. In total, well, there were 3,440 images in total. Yes. And it was all great. There were probably about 12 blurred ones, but that was not my fault. They would all stop. They would just pass by or sneak behind another racer. But the majority, it was good. We had everything. We had freaks. Oh yes, we had freaks, and they were muddy. And I can show you some of the shots that I just picked up like this. There's 25 of them. That's not the only good ones, but just 25s. We had everything, mate. We had everything. I've seen everything. Starting with, well, Rage. Rage like I've never seen. Grandpa rage. Look at this. He wanted it. He had it. And then, well, we had love. We had love as well, look. We had love. Muddy love. Muddy. We had hot girls. Oh, hot and dirty. Yes, we did. We had many of them. And some of them, some of the guys, they just couldn't help it. They were up for it. They were for the kill. Oh, and we even had, well, I've seen everything I told you. We even had Snow White and the dwarfs. That was amazing. Really amazing. So it was all good fun. So, at the end of the day, what do you want to keep? Why do I tell this story to you? Well, you see, it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. No. It was meant to be an early morning on the Saturday, but not in the rain. Not in the mud. No. And I was not meant to lose my voice and have a back pain. No. But it was worth it. It was a challenge. It was a new thing to me. It was out of the ordinary. It was far from the weddings that I normally do and family portraiture or landscape photography. No. That was war. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So my advice to you is don't sit on your ass. Recognize when an opportunity knocks at your door and jump on it, because that's when you challenge yourself that you get really, really rewarded. And that's how you actually improve yourself. So if you want to improve, seek the opportunity, get your name out there and jump and accept the mission and follow through. Don't take any unnecessary risk. So, until next time, this is Tom Migot saying if you like it, take it, but challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. I dare you. Terminate.